This video is being made on October 7th, 2020 at 10:12 p.m. This public service announcement is for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I stand against domestic violence. Hello everyone, I'm proud to address you all gathered here today. For those of you who don't know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, where we come together to bring awareness to domestic violence. The state of Connecticut has lost victims of domestic violence. Jennifer Farber-Dulos is a victim of domestic violence by a domestic violence offender in Connecticut. Growing up myself and my family experienced domestic violence by a domestic violence offender who is now deceased. The city of Middletown lost a mother of two kids, two young sons. Quanisha Nisha Burwes was a victim of domestic violence. She was tragically taken from us in front of her two kids, her two young sons. Alcohol plays a role in 55% of domestic violence cases among these victims. More than 40% of domestic violence victims are male and 2 in 5 are men. Domestic violence doesn't only hurt the city of Middletown and the community. It hurts the state of Connecticut and it also hurts the nation in this country. In the year March 2019, there were 1.32 million domestic abuse related incidences and crimes reported to the police, of which 746,219 were deemed by police to be domestic abuse related criminal offenses. During the 10-year period, an average of about 582,000 non-fatal domestic violence victimizations were not reported to police each year. In about a third, 32% of these unreported victimizations, victims cite the personal nature of the incident as a reason for not reporting it to police. Domestic violence is a serious crime and is at times fatal for thousands of people who are constantly being victimized by domestic violence, a tragic crime that takes the lives of people and their children and their families. On an average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. During 1 year, this equals to more than 10 million women and men. 1 in 9 people or more become victims of domestic violence, and every second people are being victimized by domestic violence offenders, and it's got to stop once and for all. Quanisha Nisha Burwes lost her life, her two kids, her young sons, and was overall a great and wonderful person who cared about people. Like I said before, it's time for domestic violence reform and to make domestic violence a Class D felony in the state of Connecticut, not only at the state level, but domestic violence also needs to be made a Class D felony at the city level as well. Domestic violence is an unacceptable crime. It is inhumane, a disgrace, inexcusable, and irrefutable. The state of Connecticut and the city of Middletown and all city departments and divisions and city officials and community members and city leaders we will not tolerate and will not abide by domestic violence. It is time for domestic violence reform. We cannot let any more victims be victimized or be victims of selfless acts and heinous acts of domestic violence. We are the city of Middletown. We need to be kept safe, and we are the state of Connecticut. We also need to be kept safe, and we are the United States of America, where we can be safe and protected. We are all responsible for the actions and choices that we make that can have an effect on people. The month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And come together for a worthy cause, which is to bring awareness to domestic violence. And let's pay tribute to all the lives lost because of domestic violence. And together, we can combat and bring an end to domestic violence and bring awareness to domestic violence, which is a very serious crime that can often hurt people and hurt this society. Thank you very much.